guys, welcome back. I am super excited about today's video. I'm going to be reviewing the Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealer. As you guys know, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I am obsessed with concealers, that I am completely a concealer junkie. I want to try everything out there. I have really bad under eyes. And for that reason, I am always in the lookout for the best thing out there to cover these bad boys that I have right here. You're don't be fooled. You're not gonna see it now because I do have a light coat of a correcting concealer, and then I have a very high coverage foundation, which by the way is the Face Tape by Tarte. And then of course we're going to try the concealer for the first time with you guys in front of a camera. I'm gonna walk you through my day. Hopefully I don't forget to bring my camera with me today, but I will check in at the end of the day so we can do kind of like a, all day test type of thing. When I was ordering online, I decided to pick up this shade C21 because when you read the description, it says that it's a medium to deep skin with golden and yellow undertone, and I thought that that described me, but I guess not. When it arrived, it was a little too dark. I'm going to show you what it looks like right now. Alright, so that is the shade there. And it's definitely very golden. Definitely not going to work for me. It's super yellow. It's actually darker than my foundation. So then I went into the store yesterday, to the Morphe store, but unfortunately, of course, they didn't have a lot of the shades, especially the ones that look like they can match me. So I ended up picking up the shade C13, and I'm going to share that right now. By the way, that is the little box where it comes in. It's super cute. It says Magic Star on the front. And it's pink, of course. So this is the shade that I ended up picking up. It is C13. It's for medium skin tones with neutral undertones. So definitely not one that sounds like me, but I honestly had no choice. What I think would be my perfect shade would be C16, which is for tan skin with warm to neutral undertones. That one looked a little bit better. This one is certainly a little bit too light for me, but I honestly had no choice. This is super light. It was the closest that I can get, so I think I'm gonna try to make it work. If anything, I mix the two together. Let me show you the actual packaging. It is super cute. Honestly speaking, I don't think that the camera does any justice for it. Like it's magical. It really reminds me of like Barbie. I don't know, it's very cute. It has 0.15 ounces, which is super little. It's technically half of the Shape Tape, but it is a little bit cheaper. It's $22, which is like right in the middle. High-end concealers are typically right around $30. So I mean, I guess you're paying almost the same. But the most important thing is how it looks on the skin. So I'm gonna try it out. Like I said, I do have already foundation and a little bit of corrector right underneath. I do want to mention that when I went into the store, I realized that the shade range can be very confusing and very deceiving in a way. If you swatch like C8 and then you swatch C9, for example, the jump in the tones is outrageous, like the difference. I mean, I know that is because of the undertones, because he tried to create as many undertones as possible, or all the undertones possible, but it doesn't make a lot of sense like in an order range. Be careful if you're ordering online. It can be very confusing. Again, if you're my complexion, I think the perfect shade for me will be C16. That is just a little lighter than me, but not like too light. Also, something that he bragged about a lot was the applicator. And as you can see there, it's like a doe foot applicator, but a little different. Like it has a little hole right in the middle that allows for more product to sit in there, and you're supposed to just take out product one time, and it's going to be sufficient to put underneath both eyes, center of the face, whatever you want to do. It's supposed to save you time, like dipping into the product. It really reminds me of, I think it's Lancome lip glosses that has the same type of applicator. But anyways, I'm gonna just apply it and pray that the color actually works for me, because I do have things to do today. Let me actually pull out my Jeffree Star mirror. Why not? And just put it underneath my eyes. This is the moment of truth. And I'm gonna try not to dip in again. Good. Great. I did the bridge of the nose super crooked. Okay. As you can see, this is scary. It's super light and brightening. So I'm gonna begin blending it with my fingers first. It feels very lightweight, yet it looks like very full coverage. Now the real test is to see if it's gonna stay full coverage once I go in with the beauty sponge. I am gonna try to go in with just a tad of the other shade, the darker one, to see if I can like blend it in. Let me get a little closer to the camera so you guys can see how it looks. I think that it did keep the coverage. It looks very high coverage. And the tone, I mean, obviously it is too light for me. But once I apply the other one, I think it made it a little bit better. So far, I really like the texture. I really like the formula. It's not accentuating fine lines and it's not accentuating my pores, which is something that some concealers do. The consistency is a little bit like gel-like and very lightweight. I'm not blown away like, wow, this is the best concealer ever. For right now, I definitely want to see the wear test, because that's basically the tricky part, whether or not it lasts the entire day. Now I'm going to go ahead and set it with the setting powder. I picked up the shade Banana. It's too cute to be a powder. You have the star, which is a brand logo that actually like sticks out. And he did make it easy for you to take this thing off, which I can appreciate. And the scent, oh my god, it's so good. It really does smell like cotton candy. So good, but it's very light. Que rico, que rico, que rico. So I put a little bit on the lid and I'm gonna go in with a sponge. Tap, tap, tap to make sure I don't have any creases. This is scary. Okay, okay. So I am very scared right now because yeah, this powder looks super yellow. I think that the Riviera, I think it is, or Rivera shade would have been better because it was a little yellow, but not that yellow. This is very intense. I think this would look better on someone that was a little darker than me, but I don't know yet. So let's see. I'm letting it sit there for 1 to 2 minutes and then I'm gonna remove it and pray that it looks okay. By the way, the powder, the scent is like, you can smell it when you open it, but when you're applying the product on your face, like I have it right now, like I have a pretty decent amount underneath my eyes and I don't smell it at all. So that's a good thing because it's not too overwhelming. The moment of truth. And let's remove this. Alright, I can work with that. I actually made the concealer a little bit darker so it looks better with my complexion right now. So very happy right now how it's looking. Let me get a little bit closer so that you can see how it looks. The skin underneath my eyes feels like a baby spot. It really does. I promise you. I think that powder is amazing. And surprisingly, the banana shade worked very good for my complexion. So far, so good. I'm going to go about my day. And at the end of the day, I'll come back and let you know whether or not it lasted the entire day. Whether or not it's approved by moi. See you guys later. Alright, so it's been about 5 hours since I first did my makeup. As you can see, I have no lipstick on. I was eating. And looking at the under eye area, that's a super close up so that you can see it. I can see the darkness peeking through. However, it still looks like super soft and it doesn't look dry at all. So I'm liking it so far. I think the darkness honestly is peeking through because the concealer was too light for me. But I really like the texture. I really like the feel of the concealer. Okay, so I'm back. It's been about, I want to say 8 hours or so. I did my makeup at right around noon and it's already 7:59 p.m. Let me see if you can see that there. 7:59. I mean, although I ate my lipstick a while ago, my under eye area, it's looking honestly like I'm looking at myself in the mirror right here. It's looking really flawless, on point. Like it is, what can I say, how can I say it, like the darkness peeks through a little bit, but like I said before, I think it's mainly because of the shade, because the shade was so neutral that it doesn't really cancel out like the darkness. It's just that typically happens to me. So I think if I had the right shade, that wouldn't happen, because when I put the concealer on, it was super full coverage. but I like the under eye area is so flawless. Like, I honestly, it looks like super lisito, you know what I mean, like super smooth, not settling in any fine line, not looking wrinkly or dry. Like, it's really looking beautiful. So I'm really liking it. So I'm just gonna end the day. Hi. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I already know that I'm really liking the concealer. I like the formula. I like the way that it feels underneath the eye. I like how lightweight it is. So I am gonna recommend it. I am gonna try to find the correct shade. I think I would really like it more if I had the C16. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, that you found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And I see you guys next time. Besos.